now that you say that, I can't unsee it. You're absolutely right.
The Reclaimer, let's talk about that first, because I was going to go in a totally different direction.
You can make as much money as you need and work your way towards any ship in the game.
They were trying to cash in off of that nostalgia and that hype.
All right, that was a lot.
Hey, I can see you mining.
Wow, we're trying something new today, and we didn't do great. We're trying a lot of new things today, and trying a lot
Baby
of new
steps.
things recently. Yeah, but what we shouldn't alter from is saying this is Open Comms Radio. Your
Right.
Star
Yes.
Citizen
No.
calling
Good.
show.
Yep.
I'm Jar Jar.
And I'm Tav.
There you go. Whew.
Yeah. See,
We didn't do that for the last 2 shows.
like butter.
Oh God, man. So,
It's a
what have
two-drink
you been up
minimum.
to?
Oh, I've been playing around in Unreal, the forever
Yeah.
quest to, try and make a game, my own sci-fi story. That's been my last week, as far as free time. Nobody wants to hear about work, but as creatively, that's kind of where I'm playing right now, and still doing video stuff, trying to get some recordings, getting closer and closer. So probably have another filming session coming up soon. But what about you? What you been up to?
You inspired me, man. I went in
Yep.
Unity. I have a working version of a solitaire game. It's like a certain kind of solitaire game.
Nice. You gotta fill me in on
Yeah.
the deets here. Is it like a themed solitaire? Like was it specific rules? I know you kind of mentioned this before, but
Well, I don't want to give too much away.
okay,
But
fair.
it's based on like an Italian solitaire game. And I had like AI do all the like heavy lifting for me.
That's that's what it's there for, right?
Yeah. And even then, there were so many mistakes.
I get a lot of that. Yep, I know what you mean.
So many things, so many bugs. And I was like, why is it reshuffling the cards? That was like a bug I was having. It was like reshuffling. And then I fixed it, and then it reshuffled another way. And then I had to keep to be honest, the AI fixed it. ChatGPT fixed it.
As long as you can like know where it fixes it, what the issue was, like for me, it's like a giant learning experience too. You're like, oh yeah, that's I didn't know the player controller could do that. Like, and that's where my bug was. Yeah, it's and then even when you ask it to simplify it, and then like, all right, talk to me like I'm 5 years old, like, because it's been a while since I've played with. Yeah, it's pretty good at that.
Do you
I think
feel
you
like it's a
still
little
gotta fix it.
patronizing?
Yeah,
Right.
I got custom instructions on mine just because I found it way too ingratiating to just treat me like a ball of crap. I said be as ruthlessly as short as you can. Information only. I don't care about your, if I ask for feedback, I want you to be as critical as possible. All that stuff.
And how
It's an ingratiating robot by default. It's just a very ingratiating robot by default, and that got old very. I mean, I did the whole, oh my god, I'm hot shit there for like a couple of hours. I was like, all right, I don't like this anymore. Glutton for punishment. Treat me terribly.
Well, it's given me a lot more appreciation for the good developers at CIG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude,
a lot of moving parts over there.
Yeah, I'm making solitaire, and I'm having all these issues, and I'm having like a robot do most of it. These guys are actually doing something, so I do have but that's not what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, but let's talk about what are we talking about today? The coming Invictus?
Who?
Huh? What?
Who is Invictus?
I don't know.
Why should I care? We're going to bring
dude.
in one of our callers here, Tavi.
Good, because I don't have any answers here.
Our first
I know
caller.
what it is, but I don't know what it is.
What is it?
I don't know what it is.
right,
Welcome
maybe-
back to the show.
Wicket. Maybe Wicket could tell us what it is. Welcome to Open Comms Radio.
Citizens.
Wicket?
Long time citizens. Can you hear me? Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
No,
we hear you.
coming
We
clear.
hear you. I hear you.
Long time listener.
Yeah.
13th time caller.
Wow. Hot dog.
It's become a second job of keeping up with that number.
It's lucky.
I'll take it. It reminds me. I go by your counting.
In any event, Invictus. Who is he and why should we care? Well, I've got a sordid tale for you today. I found out all about Invictus. And what a journey. So,
Deep in the lore. I like it. Yeah.
Li-
Press us with your nuggets of knowledge.
let me tell you something. Everybody knows about Invictus. Started years and years ago, hundreds of years ago. It was about, the recruits going to Mars, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's old Invictus. That's the Invictus nobody cares about. We're talking modern Invictus. So the way I found out about this is the other day I was scavenging a bunch of duster camps in my cape, in my awesome helmet. And
Wait,
I
you got
brought-
a. Sorry,
What's that?
I didn't mean to interrupt, but you got a cape?
Yeah, I got a cape. And this plays a crucial role because I dropped my Cruz Lux bottle on the ground, and as I went to pick it up, I noticed there was some weird stitching in my cape. And it turned out to be like some kind of ancient hieroglyphic encoding in the cape. Believe it or not.
I can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Where'd
Yeah.
you get this cape?
There was an accident where the previous owner of the cape, a duster general, he slipped and fell, and he no longer needed it, so I took it.
This was a human.
A human.
Are these human
Hobo
hieroglyphics?
fall in battle. Oh. I don't know how many capes there are. Maybe there's more than one cape. But
Well,
continue.
anyway, the cape that I got. So,
Right.
I found out who Invictus is. His name is Invictus Kniebel, with a K. He was the first and only born offspring of Brenda and Carl Kniebel, and they named him Invictus, which in Latin means unconquered or undefeated. They named him that because they tried many times to have children, and he's the only survivor. So they named him Invictus, of course.
Is this true?
Of course.
What about did he have a brother?
No, he was the only surviving offspring.
And this is
Evil
where the
Knievel?
name Invictus comes from?
Yes, because he's unconquered and undefeated by death. He survived.
Is this
He matured in adulthood.
is this name really on a cape? In
All
the
this
game?
is in a cape. It was encoded.
Oh,
Listen,
in the-
to decode this message from the cape was a trial. I'm not going to get into that. The message is what's
What?
important.
What did you use?
Listen, don't worry about what I used. Okay? listen to the story. The tale is more important than the delivery method. Okay?
I'm with you. I'm ride or die on this story, Wicket. Let's go.
So old Invictus Kniebel, the modern Invictus that we have now, this launch week, and this basically he created this whole event, tied it to the existing Invictus to make a show and sale for ship manufacturers throughout the UEE.
What?
Yes, he's
Bro,
a marketing hack.
This was a heartwarming tale for like a minute.
He's a marketing hack for all these ship manufacturers. This Invictus Kniebel.
He's just like an agent.
He's a VP of marketing for some bullshit company,
Oh my god.
and now we got this show and sale. Now, here's where it gets interesting. He works for this company called RSI, Robert Space Industries, which was one of the founding, ship manufacturers. And somehow there's this code that keeps coming up, CIG. I don't really know what it means, but somehow the funds gets transferred back to this CIG entity. We don't know what they do or what it means, but all the money's going to them. I was dumbfounded. I was afraid to talk about this initially, but I said, "What the hell?"
Well,
Sounds
what
like
kind
a
of money?
conspiracy.
Happened?
It's a conspiracy.
Well, what kind of money are we talking about here?
Well, I'm not sure how we would calculate it, but it's up there. It's up there in
Wow,
9 figures, maybe
figures.
10 figures. Yeah, it's up there.
It's like a Mario Kart roster.
It's unbelievable. I was shocked and dumbfounded. I had to have 2 Cruz Luxes after I found all this out. It was incredible.
The coat. Well, that is a bit of lore I was unaware of.
Oh yes, and it just goes to show you never know what you have. Play close attention to any gear you have. There may be weird, looks like scratches, and maybe some kind of hieroglyphical incantation. Who knows? I mean, it's a strange universe we live in.
Well, Wicket, that was.
Oh, that was a romp. Thank you. I'll take
insightful.
it. That was
Yeah.
great.
Everyone in the room is
I'm
not
gonna be looking
good.
for hieroglyphics now on my
Listen.
on my armor.
Listen, this is all factual and true as far as I can tell. Let no one cast disparaging remarks on poor old Invictus Knievel. He's the only child after all. He's doing the best he can.
Knievel. Yeah, no, could yeah. We will Invictus Knievel. Oh, I like it.
I'm gonna name this chapter 10 minutes of bad dad jokes.
Like I said, it's a 2-drink minimum around here. All that stuff still works.
Wicket,
It tracks.
do you feel like you could hang around for a bit?
I guess I could. I'll if anyone needs any, if I have to shed any more light on old Invictus, I'm here.
I feel like, well, this next guy's a curious cat.
I'll move over.
Yeah, and he needs a place to sleep. Cosmic Hobo, welcome to Open Comms Radio.
Cosmic.
Howdy.
Tav, what are we asking him?
Invictus. Any bits of why we should care?
Who is Invictus?
Who is Invictus?
There you go. And
Invictus is a Clint Eastwood movie about apartheid or post-apartheid South Africa with Nelson Mandela's.
Damn, you Johnny on the spot with that. Like, all right.
Yeah.
That was good. That was solid.
Yeah. It is also the one of 2 large sales that CIG puts on. That's based. This one being based off of the United States Fleet Week.
See, the CIG's mentioned again. They're the ones getting all the money.
It is. Yes. But it's designed off of Fleet Week in the real world, where ships would go to a city and that port, and it would be a big sort of event.
Kind of like
why should I care? Why should I care, Cosmic?
Well, due to this being a game about ships, mostly, there are new ships coming.
Do you know what those new ships are?
Without spoiling, possibly. Is there a way to do it?
I think
raising
we can
excitement, or can we spoil? I'm not ready yet. I haven't
spoiling.
braced myself to be spoiled.
No, because listen, this isn't gonna come out until Friday.
But what about me?
Unlike the YouTube,
I always like the surprise, but I don't know. A class of ships I'm fine with. Like
there's one ship
just general
that's
class.
not a surprise. There's one ship that CIG has already explicitly teased that we know is coming, that they had said was in production, that if you connect the dots, You don't have to look at any of the actual spoiled stuff for it. Even in their most recent teaser, they're pretty much telling you what it is. Any guesses?
It's not that tack we saw in the back of a video recently.
Hey, we have a winner.
Hey, okay, it is a tack.
That's not a
right.
new ship, but yeah, that's
Oh, we already seen that from concept, so it's at least we
True.
know. I'm really super stoked by that ship, by the way. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I have a
awesome.
Fury. A Fury is one of my favorite ships, and
Well,
yeah,
now
to
you
have a
would
little
have a home
dedicated
to put it in.
hangar sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sounds so much. That sounds fun.
There are other ships, but if you do not wish to be spoiled, I shan't do so.
Well,
can we get one, Drake?
yeah. We can do one, or if there's a way to like piece of candy. Is it like exploration heavy? Is it more mining? Is there a focus for the Invictus? You know what? I'll just surrender. Give us a
So Invictus is a combat-oriented event. That is, I'm sorry, our industrial folks out there, but Invictus is overwhelmingly combat-focused with a side of medical. Like, there's a chance we could get a medical. There's no medical ships in the pipeline that we know of.
The Apollo.
The Apollo, yes, that's not on the docket for not from what has been leaked out so far. But so far, if you're ready, if your delicate ears are prepared,
so ready.
We have the Starlancer attack. Already mentioned that one.
Yep,
it's a medium-sized patrol vessel. It's gonna be real cool in my opinion. I think it's gonna be great for ground ops and the such. Because
does that have a med bay in it for
for
respawning and stuff? Oh my gosh, that can replace the Polaris in so many occasions.
Exactly. That's the mindset, is that it'll be a nice kind of
smaller.
Hell
yeah. But I can still take my Fury. Awesome.
Yes.
I love
it. Okay, next. And this one, not a lot of people are probably too thrilled about, but do we have any Mirai fans in the house?
Fury.
Okay, this one's kind of like a Fury. It's a big Fury. It's another Guardian variant.
Wait, it's a Guardian variant.
And
a variant of the Guardian. Oh, okay, a variant of the Guardian ship.
Yes.
I didn't even fly that. Like, I don't even think I tested the Guardian.
I've only been one in a handful of times, to be honest.
How is it? Like, so what's well, first off, what's the variant?
The variant is a missile boat.
Interesting.
What exactly it's going to carry is not known yet, but a missile boat. So it'll carry missiles. Maybe big missiles, maybe lots of small missiles, maybe one or the other. Don't know.
Like a freelancer missile variant?
Yeah, like the freelancer miss, but Guardian.
No, the Guardian.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, the freelancer miss is a missile variant.
It is. And I've always kind of wanted one, but I don't know, missiles are always weird.
Used to have it, 20 patches ago.
But it was think a line of those, that'd be intimidating, dude.
Yeah.
A line of
that's
those
a lot of missiles.
and then you just bail. You shoot the missiles and you bail. They're like, they dive in and then they dive out.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got 2 others with a possible third, but the third kind of fell off. I'll get to that.
The 2 others. Let's dive into the 2 others. Are they variants or separate ships?
They are new ships.
There we go.
Totally new. Although one is supposedly a Valk, based off the Valk. That one is the Anvil Asgard. All we know about it really is that it's a heavy-duty transport and might be based on the Valk chassis. Might. Don't really know that for certain yet.
Where does this come from?
A variety of sources. We're past rumor stage. These are data mined. This is data
word
mined
on the street. Word on the street, Jar Jar.
Like, the TAC is like 100% sure. Like, for one thing, CIG themselves are already, like, if you saw that teaser, I think it was today, for it had a MISC emblem, like the MISC logo, And it's like, yeah, that's for the TAC. Or it's for Mirai, because Mirai is a sub-brand of MISC. It could be the tease for the Guardian MX, the Missile Guardian. And then there's the Anvil Asgard, which its location on the hall floor, on the Invictus hall floor, suggests it's to carry vehicles, which of course with the label of as a heavy-duty transport could be vehicles. One of
How
the
big is it?
not entirely sure, but it's the footprint on the hall floor suggests it could fit. Was it two? I don't think they were Novas, but 2 tanks side by side. So
Okay.
like
Okay.
big enough to carry vehicles. If it's a vehicle carrier, because
Things are like
it's
Starlifter size.
possibly.
I'm thinking like
Maybe.
yeah, one vehicle
see.
or many vehicles. How big is this?
Like
this
we
thing?
just have a vague. If it fills up the entire footprint, then it could fit a significant amount. But we don't know. All we have is a basic. It's not a capital ship. That is abundantly clear, though. It is not a capital ship, and it might not be bigger than like an M2 or C2. But depending on how they do the interior, it could fit vehicles up to maybe a Nova or something. Don't know, but they call it a heavy-duty transport, so it better be able to carry some heavy stuff. And that's 3 of the 4, and the 4th is
Wait,
weird.
hold on on the 4th.
Yes. Okay.
4th is weird.
4th
You know
is
what I'm
weird.
saying? And I just don't want to get too weird too quickly.
Okay.
Are you saving my? Are you edging me right now? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Are you feeling edged?
That could be. Yeah, sure. Why not? You said it was combat focused. So I'm curious. Those all seem kind of.
It's combat focused and weird. Because
Hold
it's
on.
from a weird designer. But
yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
If we're gonna get weird, we may as well pull up the man in blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys could give a little scotch.
Let me.
And we have our third caller for the evening. We're gonna get this couch filled up here with Lord Anubis on Open Comms
Hey there.
Radio. Hey there, buddy.
Yeah, let me turn off Twitch so I don't annoy my own ears. Sorry. Thank you for allowing me back in.
Oh, yeah. Well,
pretty lax around.
It was Tav's idea.
Well, I appreciate the thought anyways, even if it was out of maliciousness.
Also, Anubis, Invictus, who is it and why should we care?
You know, I thought a lot about this, reading all the history books, and you know what Invictus is? It's all of us. It's in our hearts. It's every day we enjoy our freedom in the UEE. Every time we run through a spaceport with a grenade launcher on our back and just 87 magazines for the for the giant electrical thing that can shoot lightning across the way. It's every time we take off from a spaceport and every time we regenerate. Invictus is all of us.
You brought a tear to my eye, man. You're right.
It's the freedom we fought for. I don't know.
Put it on a poster.
You know, I just want to say I came to this show with complete earnestness. Okay? And all 3 of you are making a mockery. There are people out there who don't know.
Listen. I found my information,
Invictus is.
the ancient text sewn into my cape. I can't tell you where it came from. I can just repeat what I read.
And I can tell you it came from our heart.
And I can tell you it came from the sales.
It's definitely coming from the sales because looking at the funding dashboard, we're up 48% over last year. So at the same time this year.
Maybe
gravy.
Wait. maybe it's the friends we've found along the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
come on.
maybe the
Oh, what the
Invictus for the
fuck,
friends we
man?
made along
This
the way.
guy,
Yeah.
he's living in
Come
a
on,
fantasy
dude.
world.
Living in a fantasy world, play and dress up.
Well,
Huh?
I mean,
When you should be out there industrializing.
I have to
Finding
dress up to
rocks.
industrialize. It's literally a requirement of what I do.
Jar Jar.
Yeah.
I just want to point out. I notice your in game and your in your mining ship and you're flying around.
Yeah.
I just happen to notice that your guy's getting awful thirsty and maybe a little hungry. Might be
I
time
wonder if
for,
there's anything you can consume to improve that situation.
I wonder.
Anything to help solve that itch for Maze and Slam?
Listen.
Huh?
Mute that slanderous SOB.
You know, now that you mention it, my mouth's getting a bit dry. Let me just go here and reach for a nice, refreshing.
Ooh, I've seen one of these videos before.
Oh. All right, so.
Hello.
Hello. Are you just happy to see me?
Yeah, they were.
Well, all right. It's not a Cruz Lux, but it does have fluid. I also don't have a Cruz Lux. So.
Are you drinking your own urine?
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's where we're zoomed in right now.
Okay. Well, then, all that means is you get back in your ship and you fly to the station, and you go pick one up.
Your closest
we
vendor.
go.
Like
Yeah.
you got a perfect setup for the ad roll, and where is it?
I cannot. These guys are slipping further and further down every
That's
week.
Mm-hmm.
by design.
Yep.
Contract violations.
Yep. Well, the show, it is, you know what it is it relies a lot on Star Citizen. When you have a week like this week, when really the only news you get is that a ship sale is coming, you look at that week and you go, I guess we're going to talk about that ship sale.
There's other events included that's not just selling you things.
I will
No,
say
wait,
this.
wait. Let's go with that. Hobo, expand.
Let's hear 'em out.
I'm not aware.
So, have you ever wanted to hunt down a transient wormhole?
Oh, is that something is that coming up with Invictus?
The text is saying you will be, but it's all gonna be scripted, but like in theory, like in lore, you are going to hunt down the location of a transient wormhole and find a runaway
We won't know.
Polaris.
We won't know if we have those.
Interesting.
We won't know if elevators work. We won't know if we'll be able to recall our ships. When the patch hits, we won't even know if we get to keep all the stuff we work so hard to get.
Oh yeah, well our next show will be is the game playable.
But I can guarantee
we know how
one
it works on a patch state. Yeah.
I can guarantee one thing. At Invictus, the pledge store will work 100%. The pledge store will be working. Guaranteed.
Would
So-
you expect anything
It
less?
actually doesn't always work. That's the funny part, is it usually crashes once the
Listen.
turnover starts.
Listen, every I've never not been able to spend money with Star Citizen. Ever. Nothing has ever blocked me from spending.
But why would it? I mean, what crazy thing are you saying? Of course
Exactly.
they're going to let us buy stuff.
I've had the store work and the things not show up, and then you go to apply it and those don't work for a while.
Let me ask you something. Was your credit card or however you decided to pay for it, was that charged?
Instant.
Instant.
In fact,
Exactly.
it's fast. It's like it doesn't even like do the little rolly thing. It just goes, okay, thanks.
Let me tell you something.
Where
Is this a new
the
thing?
only
All these hundreds of millions of dollars have gone to a super improved credit card authorization process.
That's the real project here.
Yes.
Yeah.
The server
Get with the
meshing is
program.
really for credit processing.
Yeah, it's just to make credit card processing happen faster.
the only transaction
Time
that
zone.
happen faster is me paying rent to my landlord. Like
Exactly.
that one's like instant. It's shocking how much
That's
money
good,
can
dude.
flow. to them.
That
Yeah.
means you're healthy. You're not an addict.
So
You're fine.
so here's the thing. This new sale, I'm kind of convinced that the Idris is coming up.
No,
Yes,
no,
they're desperate. They need to release the
no.
Idris. Let's do it.
No.
What are you?
But they're not. I
Desperate
mean,
for
if,
what?
if
Desperate. What are you-
sales
what
if
are you
sales
talking
were in the gutter, I would be like, yeah, absolutely. But according to
Desperate for
Wicket,
what?
like the sales are not. They're looking great year over year right now, right? Wicket.
You know how much
Not
they're gonna
even-
make?
Yes. We're up
Well-
almost 50% over last year right now.
Yeah,
Somehow.
We've got.
They're not desperate yet.
They've got. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. They've got offices that are closing, layoffs, everything. I mean, there's something
No.
else going on the
The
on
LA
the back
office
end.
was dead for like 2 years anyway. It's not even been a real office for years as
mean-
it is.
They've
Yeah,
been
they
talking
moved.
about consolidating all their developers, into as few places as possible, and that's going to be what? Canada, England, and Germany. Is there anything else that they still have left besides
Austin.
those three?
Well, I have
Austin.
Austin.
They got
Well,
their
Austin. Austin is live ops.
Yeah, Austin's gonna stick around.
Yeah.
Look that around.
Turbulent up in Quebec.
Canada. Well, that's going to
And-
become part of America, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Not.
Thank goodness.
Oh, did they quit? Did they give up on that?
No.
Yeah, that's
but
over.
Well, they elected a government that will not go along with those.
And
store
I was
plans.
getting ready to sew another star on the flag. Damn it!
Where would
This is
that even
great, 'cause
go? You know, you got
This
to
is
do
great.
it. In
You know why this is great? Because this is the kind of content Star Citizen. This is what they want to hear.
needy.
This is what
Like-
the people want.
like I
More of
don't
this.
like.
That's why they tune in.
I don't like this because let me tell you again about the Star Trek timeline. Now, World War III in that timeline is supposed to start in 2026, and by the year 2045, there's 52 stars on the American flag.
Well, we didn't get the
So I'm
Irish
really worried about
reunification,
what's going
so
on.
we're good.
Puerto Rico and DC finally
Puerto
added.
Rico and DC. Yeah.
Now that would be a good thing.
See?
Right.
Yeah. That's totally what's gonna happen, not Greenland and Canada.
50's such a nice round number, though. It's tough to the country of aesthetics. Like,
You should see some state flags. Aesthetics is maybe not.
you gotta go
Right.
to 60. You know, you can't stop somewhere in the 50s.
I can think of 5 we could maybe squeeze out, but I mean, we
Round
need to
numbers.
consolidate a little.
Trump
Like
will
the
not be happy
Dakotas.
until it's 69.
1 Dakota. We can maybe do 1 Carolina, and we can squeeze in Puerto Rico and yeah.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, keep it in nice.
See,
even
then we
50.
keep our 50.
Yeah,
Can
that
someone
works.
tell me why we need West Virginia?
The Civil War.
You know any Virginians or West Virginia?
Yeah, I don't know if Virginia wants. Yeah, no one.
we're cool. We're
wants.
cool with the arrangement and how it is. I know
Yeah,
they are.
we're
too.
good. We're good. Thank you. We're thanks.
They're happy to have it their way
Yeah,
too.
they can
so
stay
it
over
works
there.
out.
I'm just saying.
There's probably people in North and South Dakota that feel the same way, but
No, the Dakotas
There's
are.
people
you
in
think
North
they
and South
gotta be more
Dakota.
culturally similar.
Wait,
Yeah,
there's people in North
guessing.
Dakota.
No, there's
tour
just
guides.
tracking the infrastructure there now. There's no people. It's all remote.
Yeah, they all commute from Idaho.
hmm
So, not to rip it right back to the comp. Is this event at Area 18 this year?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and what was the last one? Was New Babbage?
Yeah.
I feel like we get it just seems to isolate between those two. I thought for a second with Pyro that they might venture out with some of these and like,
No.
but I guess it's the infrastructure
right.
is really only there for.
Where are they gonna put it in Pyro? Like.
Yeah, it's really only there for New Babbage, Area 18, and I guess, Crusader. Yeah, that's the only place I can think of. We haven't had one at Crusader, I think, in a minute.
Also, Murphy, our guild master, he changed our monthly meeting to coincide with Invictus. So after the meeting, we can all group up and hold hands and go into the show.
Oh yeah.
I should have done that with this episode. We'd have more to talk about. Like,
Oh well, can I tell you something? I'm not going to be here during Invictus.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you?
the
What'd the
streak
doctor
is
say?
broken.
Where are you going?
I'm going to be in North Carolina on the
See,
farm of Generalissimo Invictus.
Doing what?
I'm going to be at a wedding.
He's
Oh,
the better Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah. I've never really been to North Carolina.
Fun spot. Where you, well, I'm not going
It's
to
a
dox you, but we'll talk later about it. Like,
listen.
what are your travel plans specifically?
I've been to Charlotte.
There's
Charlotte's fun.
There's
Fun.
plenty great about North and South Carolina.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you
so
can find good in anything. You can find bad too, but there's a lot of good.
I do like the landscape in North Carolina, not just because you got a little bit more of them rolling hills, a little bit more Appalachia, especially, or I'm thinking obviously Western North Carolina, but yeah, I just like the hills. Oh, don't get me wrong, love South Carolina like crazy, but it's I just like the hills. Despite being born in Texas, I just like the mountains.
yeah, I'm a
Some of the
beach
hills
guy.
have eyes.
They do. They made a movie about that.
Yep.
All
And they
right.
need
Well,
contacts now.
all right. So, I mean, that's the show, right?
I mean, yeah, there's not
Wow.
a whole lot going on right now. It's
We were afraid of this.
everybody's waiting.
We had a fourth ship that you never asked about.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is on
Yeah.
you.
like,
You
right.
want to spoil? Yeah, I can be spoiled if you could be spoiled. We gotta announce
I
it
did
to our
say it
viewers.
was weird, and it is weird.
all right.
It's
Okay,
like
wait,
Kentucky Eye weird or like
Austin Powers
No.
weird.
The
But it's what the hell is it gonna do? Kind of weird.
okay. Oh, in that case, if you don't see the lay it. At least I'm okay with it, Jar Jar, if you are.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So manufacturer, Gray Cat.
All right.
It is the MTC, Mobile Tactical Center.
That's intriguing.
It is intriguing.
What is it? It's probably a ground vehicle because it's Gray Cat, of course. But what in the gosh darn heck is a mobile tactical center going to do in Star Citizen? We don't have command and control features of like any kind yet.
It's the first
And
crafting bench.
there's CIG has pretty clearly said they don't want to do T0 of like anything anymore, which but like what is a mobile tactical center gonna do? I mean, we know what they are in real life. They're like what the SWAT teams have for their like command centers that roll around and stuff. But in Star Citizen,
Is it going to be a ground-based radar or something?
well, we don't have ground-based radar
Well,
features yet.
Well, maybe
So
that'll
that's
be
kind
the
of like,
first.
it's gonna need some testing. They could release it hot without any.
I'm
testing,
thinking of like
which-
a souped-up ballista with like a strong turret on it, maybe a missile system, and then a place for all these Argo, walkers
The Atlas,
to
the armed
deposit their.
Atlas.
So, before we
Yeah.
get too far into that, I was expecting everything to get released today, 4.11, and there's some kind of crash that ever since they released the PTU, the event inside the PTU, it was crashing to desktop, or
Yeah,
is
the
that what
halls
was
were
happening?
crashing, folks.
So that's what kept it from going live, I think, because I think they're getting ready to push this out.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna get it by probably Friday.
I would like to remind everybody to go to the space station and go call up your ships. Just leave them there if you're not going to touch them, but just go do it now, just in case.
And retrieve them. Don't let
Do
them.
I have to unequip what is
I did. Yes.
stuff
Yes.
that I'm
That
like ship
never
components?
works for me,
It
so I don't
does.
bother.
It
It all
does
gets
work.
erased anyways.
Like when I don't do it, I have less. I keep less than I do when I do remove all the like custom stuff, like all the
Yeah, because I noticed that
drives.
with my Saber last patch, it completely reset, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's bummer.
In the past, it would reset to like the default loadout, but all the gear would be in your inventory, so you could just easily re-equip all the stuff.
Yeah,
I
no,
do
That was
know-
also
this is disappeared, gone kind of
this
stuff.
was also
like-
back in the day when you could buy like all the best components at a shop somewhere before exec hangers and all that. But now, like all my XL1s, I took off all my good gear that is hard to come by, or even the stuff that I can buy, I took out and just put in inventory. Just because I don't want to. Hopefully, it'll be in inventory when the patch comes out, and I'll have to fly all over the damn system to re-equip, my 3 or 4 ships that I fly all the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
even took
you know.
all the
I hope
gear
that
off
we're
my-
close.
I took all the gear off my guy. He's just laying in his bed in his
Yeah.
boxer briefs.
Yeah, staring at the ceiling.
Yeah,
I'm
waiting for
hoping
the
my
patch.
blank helmet survives.
I got
I mean,
I got my cool helmet and my cape, all that shit. I hope it all survives.
I got my cape too, and mine was from a guy who just fell off a ladder. So like, I
Did you
didn't.
get a berserk helmet?
I got the helmet. I don't like it.
I like it. I think it's cool, especially with
Mhm.
that Dust Devil boss
The
cape
Japanese
thing.
helmet.
The one that I showed you.
The Manicore
Can
helmet.
I share it?
Yeah, the berserk.
See how can I share?
Looks good. You have to be a hero to wear it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like the Manicore helmet. I like my
Hero.
Pyro.
No, it's not Manicore, it's
helmet.
berserk.
Oh,
Let's see.
Yeah, I love my hodgepodge.
me
Every
too.
I was-
piece is
I've been-
different.
That's all I've been doing last couple of times I've logged in is just loot duster camps. And I have one specific one I like to go to because there's nothing there.
Where are you looting these specifically? Out of curiosity.
There's
Duster
a du-
camps where?
There's a
Uh,
duster camp about 13 plus or minus kilometers right outside of Hurston. Doesn't have an orbital marker. You got to find it. And
Really?
right, I mean Lorville on Hurston, and there's like several buildings there, and there's loot boxes that you can loot. If you find one that has the bullet symbol on it, if you get lucky, you get a good. Yep, that's the helmet.
Gosh, I thought you were playing Oblivion from that screenshot for a second. Like, that's
yeah,
that's
oh,
the
yeah, man.
helmet.
That's the berserker
Yeah.
helmet.
I don't like it.
Makes it
It
look like
looks
you're
like it's
from-
from a different game. Like,
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
It
I love it.
looks like you're guarding one of the temples at Babylon. Like,
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
we-
that helmet.
I
What's
got the
that?
paladin. I've looted like probably 6 or 7 really rare helmets out of that place.
yeah, I can see why you opted for a different. But you got the cape though. Is the cape?
Yeah.
I find a million versions of the light armor one. I haven't seen. Is that a heavy?
This is
armor
heavy.
Cape? Is this
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that you wear, Hobo? Like,
Yeah, that's the one I wear.
that I don't know where you guys find that. That's a cool little cape.
You can
right
find
there.
that on.
I just
Cutter's
found the
Rig.
tattered one.
I always find it at Rappel, but there's also that oil rig you can find it at.
Cutter's Rig, I believe. or
Cutter's Rig. Yeah,
Rig.
easy way to
Yeah, that
get
one.
this guy. If you see him, all you do is go behind him and do the melee takedown, and you won't catch any aggro from anybody. You can just tractor him away,
just
put him on
stuff.
your ship, pull all the shit off of him, and throw his body outside.
yeah, so just look around to see where people who are disadvantaged and live in shanty towns live, and then just go terrorize their village and kill all their elders
Yes.
and their guards
Yes.
and steal from them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool cape.
It's the CIG way.
Okay, I'm with Hobo. I'm not a huge fan of the helmet. It just seems so out of
Don't like the helmet.
out
Love
of place
the
almost. but-
chest piece. the cape. Love the
Mesopotamian
cape.
helmet.
That's
I don't like
probably my
that one.
favorite.
Cape needs
But-
to be attachable.
The
Detachable.
helmet that comes with that set also looks pretty cool. I like
I
that
don't
one
like
too.
that one either.
I like those. They look medieval. They look they're the reason I like them so much is because they're out of character. Like, doesn't seem like it fits in the genre, but it does fit because, you know, if you go to the lore, it's like some patched together bullshit.
It's got the hieroglyphics on the cape.
Exactly. If you look close to the cape, there's some magnetic thread in there that you have to spool
God.
and then put it in like an old cassette player, and then it gives you the message about Invictus.
Oh, it's like like almost a dang record player where it just picks up the different deviations in it. All right.
Listen, I spent literally 15 minutes coming up with that story, so
Hey,
First
my
of
hat's
all-
off to you. That was solid.
Yeah, can't
There
say
you go.
something. I still believe you.
Yeah, I know, and you had me going for like a good 3 or 4 minutes before I even caught on. Like,
I was like, did
I
they
was
put
like,
something on a cape in the
Invictus
game or?
Knievel? They really named him Knievel? Like, I was, no,
Yeah,
you had to
Knievel,
go at me
Knievel.
for sure. That was good.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh.
think. I mean, I felt like I learned something today, mostly from Hobo.
mostly from Hobo. Yeah.
The rest of you, I don't know. I don't know what we were doing, but look, man, best of luck to our Canadian friends. We're happy for you. You know, be careful in 2 weeks when Invictus happens, and you just gotta hold on to your wallet, hold on to your stuff, you know. And I think that's it. I think I'm gonna close the show today early.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
You didn't do an ad roll.
Oh God.
Just
Unbelievable.
saying, you wanna
You
keep
guys,
the lights
listen.
on.
It's like
The
subliminal
thin-
messaging throughout the whole show.
The thin Dayglow yellow line is disappearing beneath your feet.
We can't. Oh, we gotta. I gotta find other ads. This is my fault for not finding other sponsors.
Well,
I
Tav,
blame
actually,
myself.
no, I'm
I
sorry. I have a
actually blame
message.
myself.
No, Tav, you listen. I was gonna tell you after the show, but Cruz Lux fired you.
I don't. Yeah, I wasn't the yes man
Contract
they
canceled.
needed. I had a. They fired me. I cringed into my wine glass. It's it's all
mean,
for the same.
Look, I get that you have a problem with the fact that it has more slam than any other beverage in the verse.
Listen,
And you guys keep on
him.
covering that up, but we
Slam
can't
is
have
slam.
this.
No,
We can't have our critical selling points be just ignored and censored.
yeah.
Listen.
Anubis, have you checked your inbox?
Listen,
Have you
Anubis?
checked your ignition in your car?
No. Anubis, open it up. Open up your inbox.
My
You
inbox.
see a letter. Cruz Lux. They want to
Let's
hire
see.
you.
Oh,
They want you to do all their ads. They had this
that's
other
a
ad
lot of
guy. He
zeros.
couldn't remember what he was doing. He was flubbing his lines the whole time. They heard
Praise
you.
a lot of-
Invictus. I've been.
A lot of zeros. Yeah, that's nice. It's a lot more zeros than Wicket got.
listen.
It's
I
all
don't need-
zeros, but that's
Sorry, there's other
neither here nor
sponsors in
there.
the verse. I can find another Drake Interplanetary.
No,
Yeah,
Tav.
they're trying to
I need you, Tav.
scrap.
Tav, I need you here.
All right.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm saying we're gonna find other sponsors in this universe.
No,
We got
Tav.
windshield
Tav.
cleaner.
No, Tav. You know how this works.
Oh,
We're a one sponsor show.
well, that sounds.
And if it's Drake, I'm boycotting.
We're
Tav,
having creative differences.
No, Tav. You tried this in episode 2.
We know we can have other spots.
tried this
We got the windshield washer cleaner to do. We got the the easy
No, Tav.
pills. All right.
All right.
Now
Look,
sponsored by
One
Backspace.
sponsor show.
When you need to get super fast.
We must survive. Even when the share price is down for Cruz Lux, we gotta survive.
I'll tell you what we could do.
You got to serve them.
No, we could take on one other sponsor.
Hey, all right. I'm gonna make the selection good here. I'm gonna need some week to think about it, but Yes.
I'm gonna be honest though. Cruz Lux. I think I want to get rid of him.
What?
But the
Oh, what?
the
Yeah.
whiplash.
What?
Yep.
The whiplash.
I
Hey,
think 2 replacements for Cruz Lux, and we'll be golden, dude. Cruz Lux isn't everything.
hey, Jar Jar.
They're everything.
Hey, Jar Jar. You hear about that regen? That regen problem going on right now? Be a shame
Crisis.
if something happened. Huh, Jar Jar?
To who?
Don't worry about it.
Gonna chill for a big med now?
Oh,
Big
that's
regen?
great.
I think Anubis just tried to intimidate me.
No. I was just saying, doesn't it suck that it's happening to people? Wouldn't it suck if it happened to any one of us? You know,
Bro,
like what if it
you've been on
happened
their
to
payroll for
someone
2
like
minutes.
you?
I couldn't tell if it was intimidation or if it was an ad for the regen company, and I was like, well, yeah, they got terrible PR problems right now. Like,
They do, because just imagine how terrible it would be if you needed to regen and you just didn't one day.
If you or one of your loved ones just died.
You know, I think that the thought of this is just stressing me out so much. I'm going to drink a Cruz Lux. Cruz Lux provides me not only the, you know, the nutrients and the water that I need to try to help my body relax, but it gives me the slam that I need to get my brain to relax. I don't have to think about these things. I got hyper focus on something else. Cruz Lux is what you need.
You know, Tav, I'm thinking, we're just doing Cruz Lux.
until it's, I blame myself. So we got to get better. I'll work on other sponsors.
There's Cruise Dark, there's Cruise Pulse. There's
Listen, the
other...
only reason those other cruise flavors exists is to let you, so you realize how good Cruz Lux is. That's
It's
it.
kind of like it's like
What's
Sierra
crazy
Mist.
is I, for the longest time, thought that the other cruises didn't even fill you up in the slightest. So I just never. And then all of a sudden, I was drinking a Pulse one day, and I was like, "Holy crap!
Let me give you a little side
My
side
hunger is
quest.
satiated."
Listen, that's nonsense. You probably got a tummy ache after.
It does.
A couple of
Tastes
weeks
like Pepto.
ago, I was in one of those contested zones with this character Minglewood, right? He's supposedly on my team. And this guy says, "Hey, Wicket, look over here." And he points out there's this red bottle of Cruise something or another, and he's about to grab it. Well, I couldn't let him do that because I didn't want him to get poisoned, so I shot it. He was a little upset.
Murder.
I murdered the other Cruise, yes.
I mean, ever since the Cruz family split up and each of the 5 heirs formed their own line and have been warring, this has
Like the
been one of
Zelda
those things.
Triforce split.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, it's a tough business out there. I mean, look, you got Q66. Pips is a dangerous force out there, and Cruz Lux has to maintain its integrity and its trustworthiness and everything else. You go to these other cruises, and yeah, they say the name Cruise, but they're not the real thing.
Not
They don't
authentic.
have slam in them.
Take it back.
They barely have oatmeal in them.
Take it back.
Yeah, they got
I'm not an oatmeal
Widow
guy. I don't
Widow,
like oatmeal.
yeah,
and
essentially.
Weevil eggs. Ugh.
Can you think of drinking weevil eggs?
Ew.
Yeah, they're not even, cooked weevil eggs. That's disgusting.
We'll start running the ads for the Babbage Cabbage.
Big Benny's.
Sorry, guys. So something just fell in my bathroom.
That's a
And,
huge poop.
It was a big no. It was a big, I don't know what it was. We don't
It's
know.
Invictus Knievel coming after your ass.
It made a loud noise, and we don't know what it was.
Took me way
So-
too long to get where you were going.
You know
with
what
that.
you do in this
Embarrassed.
case, Jar Jar?
What's
You
that?
send your wife.
I
First,
did.
yes.
She went and looked at it. I said, "Go look," and she says there's nothing in there. So, all right, guys.
Saved.
This is the time. Thank you for coming. Genuinely.
Go around.
Absolutely.
Genuinely. I know. I said you guys came in here and you weren't serious, but well, I stand by that still, except for Hobo. So we'll start
Thank
with Hobo. No, we'll start with Wicket. Wicket, anything you want to say to Chris Roberts, the internet, or CIG?
I want to reiterate because I think this fell on deaf ears last week. That raise you got, Sandy Roberts, use it as goodwill towards your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Get him on the right track. Let's make this game great again, please. Well, make it great to begin with for the first time ever, maybe. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
That woman is sipping Mai Tais on a beach somewhere.
Attitude.
She ain't got a care in the world. Anyway, yeah, continue. Sorry, continue.
Cosmic Hobo.
Hey, CIG, please release the patch this week so I can win a bet for 1 million UEC from Rob. Thanks.
Rob it against that?
Yeah,
Whoa, he's ever the optimist.
I said this week, and he said like next week or the week after.
Oh, I won that. I lost that bet in like the worst way last time we did that, and everyone was like, "It's gonna come out in like a week," and like I think Wicked had it parked it at like a week and a half or 2 weeks, and I was like, "Nah, it's a month before," and sure enough, they dropped it in like 4 days or 3 days, and it was like, dang, I was way off. Sure enough, it wasn't playable for like I would
Oh
argue
yeah,
for another month, but yeah, it is what it is. As far as releasing, yeah, I wish you good fortune
thank
in
you.
winning the bet.
I got 2 days left until the week is over, unless we count the weekends. Like, but I don't think this is gonna be a big enough patch that they're gonna need to do any weekend crunch. I hope they don't. They shouldn't. Isn't that important?
No, if they release it, they'll probably release it tomorrow because they have the
I'm
video
excited
coming
for a
out.
new mission that you talked about. I did not
Yeah.
know about that, and that
Yeah.
sounds any kind of
It's
new mission. I'm always like
it
hands in the
got
air. Hell yeah!
stolen from the Invictus show floor. Apparently, is the lore of it. They have an audio recording going it. Like, has anyone seen the Polaris or something like that? And it got stolen.
Nice.
And I guess by getting it back, we blow it up. I don't know.
Yep,
All right.
yep. That's video game logic.
Yeah.
Lord Anubis, anything you want to say to Chris Roberts, CIG, or the internet? Lord Anubis?
That's a no.
We've lost him. Well, Drake,
Yo.
that's it, buddy.
Hey, you know what? We had a show. I'm excited about our next ones. We'll probably have more to talk about. It's kind of a little bit of a lull of a week, right?
Yeah.
I know you and I got distracted with other creative endeavors, but
Yeah.
we'll be back with a vigor here this next patch. And we're gonna film more stuff. I got so many ideas. I've been watching a bunch of sci-fi, and I really want to do sci-fi scenes, like filming them, and like just do little take your favorite scene, turn it into Star Citizen, from like a sci-fi movie. I think we could do that and have a lot of fun with it. Transpose the audio, creative liberties, creative license, that kind of
You gonna
stuff.
have
I think it'd be
nudity in
fun.
this?
No, I don't know what your favorite sci-fi scene is, but yeah, just different scenes. There's like a half a dozen that come to mind, but that would all work real well. Whether they be from like Serenity, I really want to do a Sunshine one. I think that would be fun.
Oh, dude, Sunshine. That's one of my favorite movies. Anyway.
It's so good. We could do it. Grab the dang armor. We'll get as close to the sun as possible. We'll stop our jump, jumping from point A to point B. We'll stop it as close as we can to the star, and then we'll do a little sunshine scene. It'd be fun.
Da, da,
I
da,
got
da, da, da.